Yo! So it's come to my attention that 50% of the people who find their way to my video are not subscribed, so please do me a favor, support the channel, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, subscribe. You know what sucks about YouTube? Unlike TV, oh god, for a while we're only like a handful of shows that existed, you know, and so it's kind of easy to be like, oh, I made a new thing. And everyone's trying to make videos. Everyone. You know?
Yep,
and everyone is more talented than you somehow and has always done the thing you want to do first. You have to get so used to being a hack the minute you start doing things on the internet, because you're not a hack. You just have to reckon with the fact that everyone's a hack in a way that you, like, it's just right there. You're like, I want to do this. You know, I feel like, you know, for a while, all of porn used to just be, like, iterative. Like, it was just people being like, oh, let's make a parody of this movie. Now I feel like we got to start looking to porn for new ideas, you know? So there's this stepmom, right? Like, you'd have to totally work backwards. It's not even the same thing anymore.
Plumber.
Yeah, you know, like, now that's a bit...
Open the wrong door.
Get this. So she keeps getting stuck in the washing machine. It's just her like, I feel like that's not on TV yet.
Plumber's got to get in there and pull her out.
It's really not on TV yet. It could absolutely be there.
I at least like getting ready to watch TV, and you had to like be there at 8 o'clock. You had to get your snacks ready, and you had to stop doing what you're doing. But now it's like I can watch it whenever. It was kind of fun, like the urgency of television.
It's the idea of a community experiencing something simultaneously. That is
knowing,
lost.
like, are you watching this? You know, you call someone or whatever.
Yeah, people be on like the phone. Wow.
Yeah.
Things were like.
Yeah, I remember people used to stay on the phone together watching the show. That's how you'd like watch a show.
Yeah,
with
and if
your
you
friends.
missed it, tough shit. Like, you know, like fucking
wait for the rerun.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's something special about that, like, community experience. Preserving something in amber and playing with it for too much makes it so that your hands get stuck to it. It's one of those things where, like, you're better off moving on and engaging with new things, you know? Like, 100%. It's how boomers become boomers. You know they were cool at one point, right?
Yeah.
Like, they were the coolest.
You will someday be a boomer. Everyone will become
if you aren't super fucking careful about it, yeah, man.
I'm definitely going to be nostalgic for the days of Twitch and the days of live streaming.
Oh, 100%.
Hanging out with people in the chat, talking, especially the pandemic, playing Among Us, and stuff like that is so, like, it's definitely a period. I can hear people at some point going, remember Fortnite? Remember Twitch?
That'll literally, people are already doing that. That was already... like, some people's childhoods was like Fortnite and Ninja and Minecraft and like that was like a thing for people, you know?
You know, it's funny.
Were you around for that? Do you remember?
I was on Justin TV.
You were such an early internet
I've been on the internet literally since the beginning.
Yeah.
I realize that and I feel like, wow. I'm talking about like, oh, I was a gravedigger and I did this job at the Air Force Base. And I forget, like, I had this whole other life before there even was, like, the internet.
How was
that? And
that?
I'm only 42. I know it sounds old to some people who might be, like, 17 here. But, like, I can't believe how much crap I've done.
Because you had, like, an adult life prior to the internet, but then you quickly integrated into it, like, with reckless abandon. Like, you made it your life in a way, you know?
Because I was filming sketches on cable access, local cable access in Medway, Massachusetts, before there was YouTube. We would film sketches all week, put them on a master tape, load it to this giant VCR, and it went out on the satellite to the town.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock every Friday night, everyone could watch The Sweet Ride, which was our sketch show. And that's what I did before YouTube. That was when I was a teenager. That was the 90s.
Did you have any, like, big winning sketches at the time? Like, when you look back on it?
The the Red Bandana Killer was a big one. Medway, Massachusetts in 1994 whenever we were doing it.
So it was just about a crip.
Yeah. Just a gang member.
Yeah.
My brother Seth, whenever he saw the color red, he had to kill. So we'd shoot all these different scenarios where I was like bending over as a repairman and had my handkerchief dangling out of my back pocket. It was red, and I'm going, dum. They were super stupid. They were kids making dumb sketches, and he'd see it and he'd go, red, and he'd come to like kill me, but every time he'd go to kill a person, something would happen where I stepped on a board, a big hammer goes in the air, lands him on his head, and he's like, oh, and then he goes and he sees another guy where he tries to kill him, and it's a bus driver, and it was just whatever we could get our hands on around the school on a Saturday. We'd be hanging out by the high school. That was The Sweet Ride. I don't know why I was.
It's interesting because like you've lived like both with and without the internet, and like we've come to, I think, realize like that there's kind of like a prison component to the ways in which the internet like commodifies and like monopolizes attention. You know, it's like always fucking look at me because I'm here and I'm in your fucking pocket and something's happening and you don't want to miss it, do you? Because if you miss it, you're gonna be a fucking loser. You know, and it's constantly poking at you. Do you think that this is a good thing collectively? Like the ways in which things have evolved, or like would you have predicted it at the time? How do you feel about what has become of things as it is now?
I don't know if I could say if it's good or bad. It's just what it is now. You consume a lot of whatever content nowadays. It's like, okay. Like I was on Instagram earlier, just scrolling through looking, and then at the end of it, after like 10 minutes, I was like, I didn't even look at anything that was impressive to me.
Yeah.
Like nothing. It was just like an advertisement, a friend with a friend, someone I didn't know. And I'm like, well, what am I looking at?
It's as if
but before it was like very curated. The cream of the crop would make it to TV. A lot of it was garbage
we have
too.
developed an addiction to seeking rather than consuming. Like seeking has become the operative function now, where it's like I'm looking for something that may keep my attention, but looking in almost like the roulette adjacent kind of experience of it, of like, am I gonna get a good one? Is kind of what it's become in a weird way.
Yeah, it is a roulette.
Like,
a roulette
what's
of
next?
Well, eventually I'll see something cool.
Oh boy. Oh man.
That's Stream Deck.
Yeah, it's Stream Deck.
I gotta get one of those.
Just don't hit the porn one.
Oh, is there one that says porn? Oh, come on, let me hit it. This is why I want it.
Yeah.
Can I do it?
No, see, yeah, go for it.
Oh, it's right on me too. Hey.
Yeah, now you've gotten it.
I'm into that. That's why I want to get it. So I like resize everything live on stream. I'm dragging stuff around.
Miz does that too. You're fine.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, Miz.
But he must have some scenes clickable, right?
Miz has scenes, but then I just watch him drag shit around the whole time.
I think people kind of like that. In my observation, PewDiePie does really well because his production quality is like kind of purposely bad. Like the edits, the super zooms, the overblown audio. And I think it's sort of relatable and people like when it's lo-fi. In my head, maybe it's just me making excuses for my laziness in streaming. It's kind of cool watching the guy drag the thing around and he's not got a super polished stream.
I would argue it's essential to there actually being some tangible or discernible reason to watch a stream over television. And I think that...
Because it's real.
We saw this happen with YouTube, where for a while the objective for YouTube and everything in YouTube was to replicate television or to go onto television. You know what I mean?
And it was super polished.
Yeah, and I feel as though what people really wanted was like this is like a dumb, scuffed, extemporaneous kind of concept that people piece together. Like the first video I ever saw on YouTube when I was in elementary school, I think, was the Smosh Pokemon theme song, you know? And that was the funniest thing I had ever seen, you know?
Yeah.
And then I feel like we had this massive shift towards how can we make the most polished, complete television-adjacent product.
Yeah, YouTube
you know?
became that for sure.
And then it kind of swung back in the opposite direction where everything was about like vlogging and like talking and doing more of like...
In 10-minute like gameplay and just more like basic
because what does YouTube do really well? It connects you to people, you know? It like television is...
I mean, the first word in the website is you. It's about the person. It's not about a production company.
Yeah.